For just 1 minute, please pay your full attention. Welcome to Super Science University Bhagavad-Gita, which only can fulfill any of your wishes, aka the real Santa. Plus, it is the permanent solution to any of your problems. It answers every possible question. It will give you permanent happiness with your freedom in the end. The highest, most prime, most secret, and the only complete knowledge, which is the source of everything. Please refer to Yatharth Gita by Swami Argananand on yatharthgita.com or Spotify, which is the only genuine and complete source of knowledge. Please note, incomplete knowledge is dangerous. Any other knowledge except Bhagavad Gita is incomplete, which is science as well. So please watch my previous video where I have tried to make you all understand my previous birth as Osho. So now you all would be surprised and think, how can I be Osho and Einstein at the same time? Rebirth doesn't mean the birth of one single identity. You all have heard of permutation and combination. So as per the requirement of nature, multiple identities can be combined into a single identity. Einstein spent his whole life and used his brain to the maximum peaks. He is considered as the scientist who has used the maximum amount of his brain. For this concept to understand, you better watch the movie Lucy. We can also use the maximum amount of brain, but we don't use it. The reason is also explained in Bhagavad Gita. So, why does he use that much brain? The reason is that in his previous births, he would have used the maximum amount of his mind, and when there was nothing more to explore, he moved on to the brain. Firstly, he would have used the maximum amount of his body. You become what you think, because unless you know yourself truly, you would always have a false interpretation of yourself. How to know yourself completely? That is the simple question. And the simple answer is via complete knowledge. Complete knowledge means after that there is nothing else left to know. The ultimate end. Only Bhagavad Gita is complete knowledge, which means it includes science. Because science is incomplete knowledge. I never said science is wrong. Those religious people who challenge science and call it wrong are fools. Our true religion is very scientific in itself, and that is why I call Gita as super science. Moving to Einstein's main conclusion, which is E is equals to mc square. What is E? E is energy, which means everything everywhere is E. E can only be felt if there is mass, meaning m. M means human. Because even space is E, but since there is absence of m in space, so no one is available to feel that energy. So that portion is called space. Now, what we call God is the same definition of energy. I was trying to find the solution to Einstein's equation for a long time. Only Gita helped me to solve its mystery. I am also a scientist. Try to understand how. I did all the experiments in my life to check the only source which is genuine, and from that I am giving you complete knowledge, and the 100% justification done to Gita is only by yatharthgita.com. This Bhagavad Gita is also science, but I call it super science. It includes science plus the missing knowledge in science. That's why I call Gita as complete knowledge. Without complete knowledge, every human is a fool. It's simple logic. The way to check the validation of Gita is by applying those statements in your life and getting the proof. You might have gone to a church and heard the Bible. The Bible has statements and stories and has no science, unlike Gita. But the Bible is also pointing towards Gita. You cannot compare Gita with any other scriptures of the world. There is no other language in humanity which is Bhagavad Gita. So, no other knowledge in human history which is complete other than Bhagavad Gita. As per Gita, M is equals to E by C square. Scientists are trying to build a lab to convert humans into energy, but are they successful yet? No, because that will be possible only after super science Gita, which is complete knowledge. God is not a person, but it is a quality. With Gita, you would start to see yourself in connection with everyone. Now, in this small video, I can just try to bring your attention to generate some curiosity among you so that you can go through this complete knowledge to understand what I'm trying to prove here. Since there is no shortcut in life, you need complete knowledge. After that, only you can understand. A source which is genuine can only be considered as complete knowledge. They both go side by side. 100% correct means complete, which has the capability to answer all of your doubts. Now, since before as Einstein, I have used the maximum amount of my brain. So, after that, it's time to move to the next level. That's the level of the soul, the level that is called the last level. And yes, there is also a laboratory to check the validation of its statements, or you call them experiments, the statements that are mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. And that laboratory is your own life, and whoever gets it that way is the only true successful student. Those who start believing without checking its validation are all blind followers and fools. So, as many of the people who are preaching, they say just say the name of God, and they don't give you any education and any knowledge. So, what I should call them? They are fools because they are not giving you any reason why to say the name. They are just saying say the name. So, where is the explanation? What is God? How to achieve God? There is no definition. So, how can they tell you to just call the name of something that has no definition? That is called as blind faith. So, just go through Bhagavad Gita and get all your doubts cleared. Everything can be cleared. There is one knowledge that is complete, and don't consider it anything different than science. Science is a part of Bhagavad Gita. It is just that science is incomplete, it is never wrong. So just go through Bhagavad Gita and the genuine source yatharthgita.com. I will see you in my next video. Thank you guys.